everybody, it's Jenna from Jenna Stitches. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome back if you are returning. Today is Saturday, February 24th. I knew that. I don't know why I had to look. And I figured I'd just pop on and show you guys what I've been working on since my last video. What is going on? There we go. So it's been probably about a week and a half, I think. Actually, I think Valentine's Day. So 10 days. Yeah, I guess a week and a half since I made my last video. I had a rough week at work last week. I actually planned on making videos a couple times, but by the time I was done with work, I was just done for the day. So I'll show you everything I've been doing. I also have a little bit of a haul. You can kind of see it back here that I'll show as well. But I have finished 3 projects and started, well, actually 3 of the finished are, two of the finishes are new starts since the last video. One of them I showed the last video, and then I also have a whip. There we go. I also have 3 blankets in progress that I'm not going to show. One of them is the Bill's Grafgan that I showed on the last Things We're Making Thursday video I made. And I will show it again this Thursday coming up. Again, rough week at work. I was going to make Things We're Making Thursday, and then, yeah, it was bad. So, or actually, I was off this Thursday. I took Thursday and yesterday off because the kids are out of school all week, and my husband was also off Thursday, so we just kind of relaxed all day. But I didn't get much progress done on the blanket anyways, so I will show it again this coming up Thursday. And I also started 2 more Grafgans. One for my husband. He is a Patriots fan. My glasses are dirty. I just got them yesterday. I don't know how they're so dirty. So I did start a corner-to-corner Grafgan of the New England Patriots. I don't like that. Sorry, I just got my hair cut yesterday and I keep playing with it. And the other one is a surprise. So that one I probably won't even show until I finish it, which will be months from now. By then, we'll probably completely forget about it. Okay, I'm going to stop playing with my hair. But that's besides the point. So the first project I finished is the one that I did show last video. I think I had just started it last video, and I believe I said I will finish it that day or the day after, and I actually didn't finish it until a couple days ago, but that's just because I didn't work on it at all. I've made this pattern twice now, and I really enjoyed it the first time, so I made it again right away, and I should just know not to do that. I don't like repeating patterns, especially back to back. Like, if I'm going to make the pattern again, I have to wait a little bit because I will get super bored with it. And that's what happened with this. So it is the Here Comes the Sunshine wrap by, I don't know who it's by, but it's a paid for pattern on Hobby.com. So it starts at one corner and then you increase all the way to the middle point, and then you start decreasing to finish it up at the other end. So here is how it came out. I love this colorway. This is Red Heart Roll With It Melange, and I believe it's in the colorway Catwalk. I did use pretty much the whole entire cake for this. There was a little bit left. I probably could have made like a headband or something out of it, but I don't have the band anymore, so I believe it was Catwalk, but I'm not entirely sure, but that is finished. The second thing I finished is a pattern by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. I followed the pattern on her blog, but you can also purchase it on Ravelry and Etsy, I believe. I might be wrong. I know it can be purchased, but she also has a short tutorial on the pattern on YouTube. I will have the blog and the YouTube video linked down below. But the YouTube video is not the full like tutorial in order to make the full project, but it is this V-neck granny square sweater. So I didn't watch the whole tutorial and only watched the first couple seconds, honestly, of it. It was only like 15 minutes long, so obviously not the full pattern. So I just decided to follow the pattern instead of watching the video. Plus, I don't really care for video tutorials. I much prefer the written pattern. And I didn't follow it to a T anyways, but here it is. This is my 3rd time making this video, so I'm trying to remember everything but I feel like I'm repeating myself. So if I seem kind of off, that's why. But I made this with Hirschner's stripes, I believe, and the colorway has something to do with sunset. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I did just show this in my Hirschner's haul, the last video I posted, so on Valentine's Day. So if you want to know exactly what colorway and what yarn it is, you can go watch that video. It is the last video I posted. So I know it's a Hirschner's, and I believe it's called Hirschner Stripes, and I know for a fact it has the name Sunset in the name of it. But here it is. So I really just followed the pattern in order to make the V-neck part. The rest of it, I kind of just went with it. I wanted it cropped. It sits right at my waistline, which most of my pants sit that high anyways. So I wanted it there. And actually, the way the pattern worked, it kind of worked perfectly for me, because as soon as you are done creating the V-neck part, you start the body of it, and then you have to make it to size. I didn't have to increase or decrease or anything. It ended up being the perfect size for me, so that was really nice. And then I made the sleeves short, so they hit like elbow length. And that was actually very random. I was working on the project, actually working on the sleeve, and I was watching Heather from Strings and Threads Wearable Wednesday video, and she said she was looking for a pattern with short sleeves because she never wears long sleeves. And I was like, you know what? I don't either. And I immediately like stopped working on it and made the cuff. And it ended up being perfect length. Again, it sits like right here. And even when I'm wearing something with long sleeves, I will pull them up so that they sit like elbow length. So that's one thing I like about being able to make my own wearables, is I can make it exactly how I want it. So there that is. I will probably wear it in another video. I just don't have it on right now because I have this on instead. And this is my third finish. So let me stand up so you can see it. Oop, I just unplugged my headset. Oh, let me fix my shirt while I'm at it. So there it is. It is, I think it's called The World's Easiest Crochet Cardigan. It is a YouTube tutorial. I don't know who the creator is, but I'll have it linked down below. And again, I didn't really follow the video too much. I kind of just followed it to get the gist of the pattern and then just went with it. I've made several sweaters, cardigans now, so I don't really need to follow a pattern. I was just kind of looking for like what size hook to use and how to measure it, and then I just kind of went from there. So this is made with Premier Puzzle Shimmer in the colorway Trivia Shimmer. I also got this from my Hirschner's haul on Valentine's Day, and I got through the whole back panel, both the front panels, one full sleeve. And the second sleeve was 3 rows short and I ran out of yarn. So I made this all in like one day. Yeah, it was about 2, I should say. But I ended up running out of yarn, and it's not yarn that's, you know, something I can go grab at the store really quick. So I did have to order it. I ended up ordering it from Joann's because they had it on sale. Plus they had a 25% off coupon. Plus they had free shipping. So I only ended up paying like $8 for it. Or if I would have got it from Premier, it would have been more expensive. So I had to wait for that yarn to get here to finish it, but I ended up getting it yesterday and finishing it yesterday. So I just had to finish the one sleeve, put the cuffs on, and then I did some ribbing around the outside of it. And I love the way it turned out, except I haven't weaved in any of my ends yet. And this one leads me to believe I have it on inside out. Do I? I sure do. You can see my seam right there. Maybe not. No, it's not. That must just be on the outside instead. So those are my 3 finishes. I really, really like this. I'm probably going to make more, which is what this is for. But before I show that, I do have a whip that I am working on. This is a YouTube tutorial by Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations right here on YouTube. I'll have her link down below. Please go check her out. And this is her Rays of Sunshine shawl wrap. And I really hope I got that correct because I just looked it up because I keep forgetting the name of it. But I am making this for Erin from Crafting Kitties Creator Spotlight for February, which I'm not going to get it done by the end of the month. I'm kind of just working on it in between other projects. So when I kind of get bored with one project, I'll pick it up, work on a couple rows, go back to the other project. So I'm not going to be done with it by the end of February, but I do want to submit it into Erin's Creator Spotlight because I really enjoy participating in that, and I haven't in a while. So this is what I've got so far. So the way she does this is the border down here is done first. And then once you're done with that, you kind of cut your yarn and reattach it to start the body of the wrap. So the body of the wrap starts right here and will continue up. I don't know what the top border looks like. I haven't watched the full video yet. I figured I'll get close to being out of yarn and then I'll go figure that part out, but that's the bottom of the shawl and we're working up. So it's so pretty. I love it, and it's so simple. Like once you get to the body of it, it's a 2-row repeat. So it's very mindless, honestly. So it's definitely one of those projects that are easy to set up and set down and pick back up later. And for this, I am using an Ice Yarns cake. It's pretty beat up. I've had this forever, but it did come beat up like this. And this is Cake's Soft Touch. And I can't tell what that is. And I've tried to like get my camera to focus on it, but it does say it's a fine, and I think it says it's a number 1. I know depending on what company it is, sometimes fines will be a 1, sometimes they'll be a 2, but this is definitely a 1 weight. It is very, very thin. I knew that going into it, like you can tell by looking at it, but I don't think I realized how extremely thin it is. Like I'm used to working with the really thin yarns to make the shawls with. If you've watched the last couple of videos, I've made some. I have one right here actually. Like the really thin yarn for this, but this is so much thinner. So, oh, I got another one right here too. Apparently my desk is my shawl area. So I feel like that's kind of making it take a little bit longer too. I actually contemplated stopping and restarting with a different yarn, but I'm so far into it at this point, I would not want to, and I wouldn't want to frog this, and I don't want to throw the yarn away. So I'm just going with it. Again, the pattern is super simple. It's so much fun, and it's gorgeous. I just kind of wish I would have picked better yarn, but it is pretty, and I'm looking forward to getting through this. But my plan is to just keep going till I run out. So that is my whip for right now. And surprisingly, other than 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 blankets, that's all I have going right now. And I think 3 of those blankets are kind of just sitting around. If I get the urge to work on them, I work on them. The other 3 of them are the Grafgans that I'm working on here and there. And then I do have a little bit of a haul, like I said, and you can see it. So I had to get some of this yarn when Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches showed it on her channel. It is the Loops and Threads impression yarn that mirrors the Premier Puzzle yarn. And I've never used the actual Premier Puzzle. This is Premier Puzzle Shimmers. I did recently buy some Premier Puzzle. I just haven't used it yet. But I did really enjoy working with this, and these colors for the loops and threads are just gorgeous, so I had to get some. But this is a bulky number 5. There's 246 yards per ball, 5.29 ounces, 150 grams, 225 meters, and this is in the colorway Blue Raspberry. And I got 4 of them. So there's that. The one thing I really like about this is they are all wrapped differently, and I know some people don't like that, but I do because I can see the full colorway. It's so pretty. I was just watching a video yesterday, and I want to say it's the channel Bruises to Butterflies. It's a recent channel I found, I'll link it down below. And I think it was her. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was her. She was working with a yarn that on the outside was orange and purple, kind of twisted like this. And then when she got to the inside, I believe she said it was like green, yellow, and purple. And well, for me, that's still really pretty, and green and purple are my favorite colors, especially together. And I've kind of been loving orange lately too. So it sounds like a great yarn to me, but if you're not expecting that and you have a picture in your mind of what you want your project to look like, that could really throw your project off. So I like that these are all wound differently, because then I can see every aspect of the colorway and know how my project's gonna look in the end. And then I also got another colorway. This one's my favorite. I have 4 of these. I just left one in my yarn closet because I'm gonna start using it later actually. And this is in the colorway Saltwater Taffy. Is that right? Yes. And you can see with these ones for sure how differently they are all wrapped. And even the 4th one is very different, to the point where when I took them out of the box and I was showing my husband, he's like, oh, I really like that color. I was like, it's the same as these 3, because I had the 4th one with me too. I was like, they're just all wound differently, which again, I think is really, really good, so that you can see exactly what your project's gonna look like in the end. And then I got some yarn, non-yarn related stuff. I mean, it's still crochet related, it's just not yarn. And it's just a couple stitch markers. So I like the, what are they? Oh, I just lost my train of thought. Charm bracelets. Michaels has a line called Beading. I actually have the thing right here. Bead Landing. And they're just little charms that you would put on a charm bracelet, but I use them as stitch markers. So these few were on sale because they're Valentine's Day themes. I actually have a 3rd one coming. It just hasn't been delivered yet. But I got this little like pink suitcase. It's got a little heart on it, I think. Yeah, it's a little lock with a heart on it. And then the suitcase has little stuff on it, like the Eiffel Tower, a heart, a palm tree. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I'm thinking palm tree, maybe it's like a seashell or something. And I know it's not really focusing that well. And then this one I thought was really cute too. It's a little champagne bottle with a heart on it with some beads in it, which they do move. You just gotta really tap it. Like, they don't move if you just move it around. But I got that. So these are, like I said, usually for charm bracelets, but I buy them all the time and use them as stitch markers. I actually plan on going through all of them and removing the lobster claws and exchanging them with leverbacks or leverbacks, however you say it. But like, I have tons. Like, this is how I store all my stitch markers, just on a safety pin. And I think this one is the only one that has the leverback. The rest are lobster claws, and most of them are the Michaels bead landing ones. And really weird thing, I've never had this happen before with Michaels, which I'm sure it happens all the time, but all 8 of my yarns and this came in a box. This one came in a huge envelope by itself. Like, all I ordered was the 8 yarns and 3 stitch markers. So this one was with the yarn, this one was in a huge envelope by itself, and I still have a 3rd one coming, which is going to be in an envelope by itself because it's the only thing else I ordered. And to me, that just seems like a waste, not only packaging wise, but like, I got free shipping. I don't really care. It didn't cost me any more money, but doesn't it cost the company more money to ship all that out separately? Like, it just seems weird to me. But that is what I got, and that is what I've made so far since the last video. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope everybody had a great week and is enjoying their weekend. I had a long weekend. Like I said, I took Thursday, Friday off, so I still have one more day, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, a great week ahead, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.